Hey guys, it's Mr. Schmidt here, and in this video I want to cover the answers to question 1 from set 1 of the 2019 AP Microeconomics Exam. And so this year we got a monopoly for the first question and a fairly, in my opinion, a short, long question, if that makes any sense. And so for the first part, we have this gas station fill up, and it's currently earning positive economic profit. And so we have to show these things on a graph. And so let's go ahead and draw that down here. And so we've got quantity, and we've got price, and then we've got our demand curve, marginal revenue curve. And then we're going to go ahead and put marginal cost. And then it wanted QF for the profit maximizing quantity, and then up to the demand curve to get our profit maximizing price at PF. So that takes care of A1 and A2. A3 says the deadweight loss associated with fill-up's profit maximizing quantity shaded completely. So basically, this is the distance between what we're producing and what we should be producing. And I'm going to go ahead and show you where we should be producing with this blue color here. So we should be producing at the blue dot. So that distance between that and above marginal cost, below demand, that's going to be our deadweight loss. And so I'll go ahead and shade that in with this red color here, and it's going to be this triangle here. So there you have the deadweight loss. All right. And then finally, it wants the maximum quantity at which fill-up would earn positive economic profits. Well, to do this, we need to go ahead and add in the average total cost curve. And so because we're making a profit, a positive economic profit, we have to put minimum ATC below the demand curve. So we'll put it right here. And then we're going to swing up and swing up. And then there's ATC. Now, the reason why they say maximum is that if I took the left side of the ATC curve to the left of minimum ATC all the way up, it would also intersect demand, because zero economic profit is going to occur when demand equals average total cost. That's going to be zero economic profit. Well, that's going to occur in two places, and so the reason why they say maximum quantity is to let you know which of the two quantities you have to pick. And so it's going to be this one right here. And so I'm going to go all the way down, and it wants me to label that QZ. And that is the answer to question A, or part A, of question 1 of this question. So let's go ahead and move on to B. B says, assume that Phillips' fixed costs increase. So there's a key there. Sorry, technical difficulty there. Key word here is fixed cost. So fixed costs increase because of a new lease on its property, and Phillips stays in business. Will each of the following increase, decrease, or remain unchanged at Phillips' profit maximizing quantity? So we have multiple choice here, and on B1 we do have to explain. So basically, what's going to happen to the deadweight loss? Well, the answer here to 1 is it's going to remain unchanged. Well, why is that? Well, the answer is because, remember, if we go back to the graph, that blue dot is allocated efficiency. That's where we should be producing. So if allocated efficiency, if that quantity changes and gets bigger, then the deadweight loss is going to increase. That triangle that we've drawn is going to get bigger. But the problem here is that the only way for that to happen is marginal cost needs to increase. Or essentially decrease here to slide that quantity to the right. And the problem here is that it's not, because fixed costs don't change marginal costs. A change in fixed costs will change total cost. So therefore, the answer here is unchanged, because the allocatively efficient quantity, wow, that's bad. Here, sorry about that. Let's write that slightly neater. Quantity has not changed because marginal cost has not changed. Okay? And again, if you, and any of these guys, if you have a different answer and you're like, would that work? Feel free to leave in the comments, and I'll try to answer as many of those as I can. But it's going to be unchanged. Allocated efficient quantity has not changed because marginal cost has not changed. And then B2, which is probably, in my opinion, the easiest question on here, which is what's going to happen to Phillips' economic profit? Well, if your costs are increasing, you're going to have less profit, right? So the answer to B2 is decrease. All right, and finally on to C. C says, assume the demand for gasoline decreases because people bike to work more often. C1, what must be true for Philip to continue to operate in the short run? So this is basically the shutdown rule, right? So we just have to state what the shutdown rule is. And the answer is price has to be greater than minimum AVC. So many students get confused and they put ATC. No, it's ABC. ATC tells you whether or not you have a positive economic profit. AV says, should you continue to operate? So C1, so we have to assume the price has to be greater than minimum AVC. And then finally, for C2, and luckily on neither of these, we didn't have to explain on either one, what happens to Phillips' profit maximizing quantity and price in the short run, assuming the firm continues to operate? Well, if you think about just a regular old supply and demand graph, even though this is for a perfectly competitive market, and the graph I'm drawing here, it works the same way. If demand decreases, then your quantity is going to go down and your price is going to go down. So we're going to say both decrease. And there you have it. That is the answers to the first question of Set 1 of the 2019 AP Microeconomics Exam. Until next time, have a great day.